Good evening and welcome. We are about to embark on another mall trip. We're going to be taking a look at the Eastfield Mall in Springfield, Massachusetts. This mall opened up in the 60s, and in recent years it saw the loss of all three of its anchors as well as its movie theater. And on July 15th, 2023, Eastfield Mall closed its doors permanently. This footage is from a trip I made in September of 2022. So this video is not going to be a full comprehensive tour of the mall. I'll explain why later on in the video, but I did capture some of the highlights of this really great, old school looking mall, so come with me. This mall just has a really great vintage style to it. It just has so many small details here, and you really feel like you're stepping back in time when you walk through it. Just look at these cool little colored panels they have here on the lighting fixtures. It's just another one of those small details that you only see in old malls and places like that. I just think it's a real shame that they decided to close this mall down. I don't think it needed to happen. I think there's plenty of life to be had in this mall, and it's a real shame that such a unique looking place is no longer here for us to visit. Here we see the sign for the old movie theater, and just check out those cool neon lights. You don't see those very often anymore. This movie theater closed in 2020, and the owners of the movie theater closed down without notifying the owners of the mall, and they just started trashing the entire theater. They threw out the projectors, screens, everything, and I guess the mall management wasn't very happy that they did that. Here we can see a closed K Jewelers with some dead flies in their display window. That's pretty gross. One thing that really stood out to me about this mall was the large number of small businesses and independent stores that were open and operating in this mall. It's something that you see once in a while in these declining malls. They start to fill the spaces with local businesses, and it really returns the mall to being the centerpiece of the community. It's how things used to be in the glory days of the mall, and I think it's a good way to keep these struggling malls alive. But unfortunately, that's not what happened here at this one. As I mentioned before, this mall is closed permanently, and the plan is to demolish the building and redevelop the property. Now, in my opinion, that's a real shame. It's a waste of a beautiful building full of history and charm. And so I got here kind of late in the day, so a lot of these places were closing up. So it's why it's kind of quiet on this side of the mall. I think a lot of the businesses is shut down for the day. I just thought this was kind of cool. They had this animatronic bird demon in front of this store. Must have been something from Spirit Halloween. Here we can see more of these cool lighting fixtures. Notice the red brick on the floor here. It's a very 1980s mall design choice. It was really neat to see it. And down here, this is a nail salon with a really cool neon sign. I would have loved to have seen it lit up. And next up is the center court of the mall, and it has this amazing, beautiful fountain. I will be quiet and let you enjoy the sounds of this fountain. And so as I mentioned before, I wasn't able to make a full video of this mall. There were still parts of the mall that I didn't get to film, and the reason for that was over here, a security guard noticed me with my camera out, and he actually kicked me out of the mall. Now, I thought that was a little bit extreme. I understand places like this will have a no filming policy, no pictures, but in this day and age, everyone is taking pictures, everyone has a camera on their phone. Most of the time, they just ask me to stop, and I comply, it's not a problem. But this guard saw me holding my camera and filming this lighting fixture, and he actually stopped me and escorted me out of the mall. But anyway, knowing that this mall is now closed permanently, I really wanted to release the footage that I was able to get, and I hope you enjoyed this look at the Eastfield Mall. It was a real beautiful mall, a real vintage gem, and it's sad that it's gone now, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.